schools at a young age, and that's because they don't want
100%.
people. They're keeping the same bullshit syllabus that's been in schools for 100 years, and that's all deliberate so they can keep control of people and what they do. But hence that's why my kids are homeschooled, and my 7-year-old's been building on plug and play apps since he was 5. There's a bunch of amazing apps that you can have your kids do where they start like playing games, then they learn how to do basic if-else statements, variables, logic through gamification, and they just learn those building blocks. And they don't even need to know the math at that point. They're kind of doing it the reverse order of what most people would do, which is learn the basic math, and then you add the sort of the building blocks of programming on top of it. But if you understand the building blocks beforehand and then the math comes later, then yeah, like Josh says, it's easier. It's like anything in life. Learning anything young is obviously arguably easier.
¿Qué onda, raza? Yo soy Oscar y soy un pobre comprando criptomonedas. Lo que estamos tratando de hacer es enseñarles lo que pasa en los espacios, tratar de alguna manera interpretar en español lo que se está hablando, de lo que se está hablando, y tratar de que la comunidad hispana poco a poco vaya entrando a estos espacios en donde nosotros mismos tengamos nuestro propio espacio en español, ¿ok? So, mientras eso pasa, voy a estar poniendo videos como este para que ustedes miren o sepan de lo que está pasando a la poca gente que le interese sobre las criptomonedas.
Just manage projects.
Well, that's what everyone does. That's what everyone does.
Pretty much. Yeah. There's no real path for good development.
True.
To a point where you hit a ceiling.
And Josh, my best friend, like he got like twitches. I've known him my whole life, never seen him like twitch on his face, and then out of nowhere, the older we got, like he started getting like where he gets twitches in his face.
Yeah, I'm
like,
not surprised.
I don't know if it's related to that, but it's crazy because he spent hours doing this stuff, right? And I was like, I don't know if there's a comprehension there just hearing you guys talk about that, but yeah, he would talk about like the headaches and everything.
You get the little
else
flutter,
you get the
little flutter in your eyes. My fingers, like
Esto pasa muy seguido en donde en donde hablan cosas que no tienen nada que ver en las criptomonedas, y eso es normal porque tienes un grupo de personas que ya saben todo lo que tienen que saber de criptomonedas y esperan que entre gente nueva a hacerles preguntas o nuevos proyectos que entren a platicar con ellos sobre criptomonedas, pero mientras no están esas personas haciéndoles esas preguntas, mientras no hay proyectos nuevos, pues obviamente tienen que platicar de cualquier otra cosa, ¿verdad? Para tener este espacio abierto.
I wasn't trying to come at you there hot in any way. I was interested because I wondered if, with your development background, if you had ever thought about, actually building your own token and having more control rather than using like a launchpad platform. That's what
Ahí están hablando ya de criptomonedas.
Into the Web3 space.
No,
you're maybe just not quite there yet, like with your own confidence in it.
Honestly, I don't know if it is that too, but yeah, and it is that because if I make one fuck up, right, like there is less kind of confidence there. But what it was for me is like, why not launch on that? Like for me, it was like because you can build a community before you hit the desk. Like that's really.
And the
powerful.
bottom line is, if it's a meme, then there's no need for complicated dev.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's what it is. It's a token on the blockchain, and that's all.
Yeah.
It is,
And you have complete control as long as you buy supply when it's at $4,000 market cap. You have complete control of the token.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like you don't have customization, but like, I think that's what you're kind of getting at there. But like
if you wanted to do anything fancy in future, but a meme coin you don't really want to. And then I suppose you just have to be a little bit wary, and you'll definitely find that on Chronos.
And you can still build a lot of utility through like Web 2 technology and even other Web 3 technology.
You can build into it. Yeah, you can build into it at a later date. But I guess one thing, and you'll know this anyway, if you've already launched in a few other chains, you'll definitely have people who are a little bit scared of your token on push if they see the person who's launched it holding like over 5%, 5-10% plus.
Okay, vamos a ver si tal vez ya está su moneda en push.
No, that's for sure. But for me, I don't need more than 5%. If I trust my community, that's the thing. If you can't trust your community, you're not going to succeed anyways. You know what I mean? So you gotta at some point, one way or the other, you
Facts.
gotta trust that the community is gonna hold the floor. Like you can't. So I know this token on Solana where the team, it's like 5 KOLs that are pretty big, and one's like sponsored by Soulflare, the other one's got 50 million followers, the other three have like combined they have over like 300,000 followers, right? But what they did is the team holds 80% of supply and they lock 62%. But how do you build community that way? There is no risk there. Like you need
Parece
like
que
the
todavía no
risk
está
of
su
it
moneda en
crashing because
push.
how I feel involved in a project is if I'm out there working for my bag holding a floor. But if the team's holding a bag for me, I'm like, okay, I'll just sell because I know this
Well,
coin's not going anywhere.
it's also completely counterintuitive to the whole entire premise of crypto and what it's meant to be, right? So, like, if you build anything, whether it's a meme, an NFT, whatever it is, any project who's trying to tell you what to do with the asset that you own, which again is the whole point in crypto, you own the tokens, you own the NFT, you own the thing, it's yours. Whoever's launched it, whoever's built it, is just simply the mechanism. They've just provided the fucking house for you guys to party in, and that's it. And anybody telling you what to do with your shit is doing it wrong. You've got to build something, and just the rest of it is about understanding the culture here and ensuring people kind of get into it and do what they need to do. And as soon as people start telling you what to fucking do with it, it's the end.
No, for sure. And yeah, it is. And we have to be talking more about this in the meme coin space, about why we're here. Like we're still here for decentralized currency. We're still here for deflationary currency. That is the ethos of why we're all here. That is what binds us all together. We all believe in a better form of transacting. And it kind of gets lost in the memes, which I love meme coins, right? I love how fun they are. I love the art. I love laughing my ass off on spaces with people I don't even barely know. You know what I mean? Because there's kind of a sense of carelessness. There's kind of a sense of this doesn't really matter that much, but at the same time, we're all making a bunch of money, so it does matter, right? So, but at the same time, like we do have to be reminding people of the ethos because there's new people who come into spaces. We're on a Web2 platform, you know,
Oh
and
yeah,
we
yeah.
like every once in a while you have to shout out like, hey guys, we're not here just to laugh and play for games. We're also here for a very like important purpose because there's millions of people suffering around the world and that their lives could be better. We could make their lives better. It doesn't have to be this way.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm 100% for that. People hear me bang on about it all the time. I completely appreciate what you're saying and I respect it. The unfortunate, sad truth is, crypto is being hacked away at and destroyed by people who don't. I would say it's outnumbered, actually, especially and on Kronos, it definitely is. People don't understand that ethos and that culture on Kronos. People aren't here for the understanding of what cryptocurrency and the blockchain could do and is meant to do, and people don't get the fucking what it means. There's the people in this space, in this room, probably do, and the majority of them are, but most of the others, and I think it's probably a lot to do with the fact that it's linked so heavily with a huge centralized exchange. So there's a lot of very much centralized attitudes to the whole space.
But it's
So
not
yeah,
as bad as
people are here.
Coinbase.
People are here just to make money, right? And that's fine too. But
Yeah.
most people are here to get their bags, pay for their breakfast,
Yeah, and for
and move
me,
on to the
like,
next one.
so for me, I mean, it was kind of unorthodox. When I was 18, I was managing a U.S. congressional campaign, and I launched an NFT project, and I was volunteer on the campaign. So for me, crypto was never about making money for myself. Initially, it was about winning a campaign for someone I thought could help our country. And through that, I saw the power of crypto. And as I started learning more and more about it, I saw a vision for the future, of a better way of transacting. And there's a Joker quote that I love. I think Joker is the best hero protagonist villain you can find. He has actually a lot of great quotes. And one of them is, it's not about the money, it's about sending a message. And for me, I want to make a shit ton of money. But it's not because I want to buy a Lambo. It's not because I want to buy a mansion in Beverly Hills.